Ladies and gentlemen, the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League proudly presents to you the Bradford Rattlers and the South Muskoka Shield. First time these two teams will meet here this season. Starting netminders for tonight, number 1 for the Bradford Rattlers, native of Budapest, Hungary, it's Oliver Balaz. And number 33 for the South Muskoka Shield from Chinsa, Moldova, Yaroslav Chibano will get the start for the South Muskoka Shield. Bradford Rattlers. We'll start with Jesper Eriksson, Hunter Godmer, Jacob Rodin. Tyler Baxter and Braden Yalexi are the 5 out for the Bradford Rattlers. Aaron Salone, Van Dowdy, Danny Downing, Tristan Sorensen, and Arashek Pasentsev are the 5 on for the South Muskoka Shield. And we are underway here from the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena here in Bradford to take on this GMHL action on this Sunday night on ice. Hunter Godmer getting the puck up the wing. He can knife a shot just wide. And Eriksson can go to the corner and play that puck away, but it's quickly knifed off by Van Dowdy, the North Bay, Ontario native. No relation, I'm sure, to Drew Dowdy, but I could be wrong. Defenseman of the Los Angeles Kings. Hunter Godmer was stood up at center, and he laid a reverse hit on his man, number 77, Pasentsev, and that will draw a whistle. Not sure if a penalty will come after that big collision there. We will just see. Looks like the whistle sounded for the helmet coming off, and that was the reasoning behind the whistle called. And we're just about half a minute into this contest, and we've already got some pretty good action to talk about so far. Hunter Godmer getting stepped up by Pasentsev. Pasentsev seeming to take the worst of that hit. He's getting sent to the ice, and his bucket coming off his head while he's at it. Stephen Levitsky can see it go to Ryan St. John. Pavel Rodskov from the point. He'll tee one up, and he screamed that one off the dasher. That ricocheted up and out of play, resulting in a whistle with 19:17 to go in this first period. Apologies for not showing up to the game last Sunday, as we had a little family Thanksgiving outing, as we were unable to make it to the game. But the Rattlers taking down the raw counts. I think it was, 10-1 or something like that. So good to see the boys in white and green get the WN. Your Shirley is in here. But we are here tonight, and so are the Rattlers, and Levitsky can scream a shot towards the goal, but never got a shot away. Tom's Breaks, number 21 for South Muskoka, got into the zone, stood up by Rodskov, and now Levitsky. An up pass, and up comes Godmer. He's all alone. His shot scored! Minute 3 into the contest, and William Daniel Burns gets the Bradford Rattlers on the board. They are off and running. They lead 1-0 early in this first period. Shortell trying to get the puck out of the zone, can't do so. McCarthy can get that puck into the zone, took a hit from Jacob Bundy, but it got it to the opposite corner. We're peeling away from that puck is Dennis Dreher. Native of Essen, Germany, Dreher he's in the corner now, battling away. Levitsky try to get the puck and pull away. Julian McCarthy laying a hit on his man. Levitsky try to steer back to the front. Permius Skripnik checked that. And coming back after is number 17, Tyler Baxter for the Bradford Rattlers. Going to get that puck out of the zone and getting slapped back in. Van Dowdy now on the ice. The starting lineup of this game for the South Muskoka Shield. They're now on the ice against the Bradford Rattlers' third line. Julian McCarthy's on it. Tyler Baxter has it with 18 minutes to go around his cage. Couldn't find a breakout pass. That allows South Muskoka to have the puck, and quickly picked off by Witkowski to get him by one check, and it got us through as far as center. And that allows the Shield to get that puck back into the Rattlers' end. They'll get some line changes off of it. Pass to center, the indirect. Witkowski try to leave it for his man, Alfred Malm, but he just can't do so. Colton Cosma, long stretch pass. Balaz out of his cage to play it. He'll get it right over to Palma. Barcelona, Spain native, number 19, Alfred Malm can find it into the opposite corner. Picked off there by Dreher. He sent it around to the opposite wing, kept alive by Yalexi. Into the corner now, battling away, getting a high stick on the play was number 91, Dennis Dreher. And that was right in front of the official, but they didn't seem to see it. He's still shaking up on the play. All alone is Malm in front, left it there across from the side of the cage. And if you're Witkowski there, you got a great chance on goal. You might as well just get a shot away. Just trying to do one too many passing. And the Bradford Rattlers are unable to cash in to make it 2-0. Still remains a 1-0 lead for the Rattlers here as Braden Alexi, number 16 in white. You see him there. Put on the brakes, go behind. Balaz make an outlet pass to Godmere. Hunter Godmer's really coming into his own these past 2 games for the Rattlers as he can leave it across and get it back, and a great lateral save was made by Yaroslav Chebino. The Chinswa, Moldova native, bailing out his boys in black here tonight. Again, Rattlers wearing their home white uniforms, the Shield coming in their road black jerseys. And if they look familiar, it's because, yeah, they're the exact same as the Carolina Hurricanes home jersey right now, just different logo. Little jersey history there for you folks right there. As Hunter Godmer can cut into the high slot, he'll let a shot go, maybe blocked in front there by Pashentsev. St. John, the defenseman, activates down low. He'll get over across to Jesper Eriksson. Eriksson, a nice slide pass to Rodskov. His shot deflected on through by Rodin, and handling that puck was Yaroslav Chebino for a cover and play with 16:16 to go in this first period. A 1-0 lead for the Bradford Rattlers on the breakaway goal scored by number 22, Canada, Ontario's William Daniel Burns. Sven Musi on the ice. His Slavetsky lined up right behind him. He got the puck to him, just going to get a shot away, and now a chance for Daniel Burns. Almost had a second of the contest there. And you know Burns is going to be hungry to try to get that hat trick here tonight. Hey, he's got one. I'm sure he's happy with that. But you know, all hockey players, you get one, you want another one. And you get that another one, you got to try to get the hat trick, you know? Steven Levitsky, he can do it all on his own. Nice stash pass in front, down low, and Burns with his second chance of the shift to make it 2-0. And the netminder Yaroslav Chebino having none of that, but Steven Levitsky with some great puck protection. He has been very good this year for the Bradford Rattlers in the small sample size that we have seen these 4 games the Rattlers have played. Levitsky didn't play a whole lot last year, but what I did not expect to see the kind of skill that Levitsky has. We didn't see much of it last year as he didn't get on the ice as much. To be expected for the young Rattler players. They come in here, they develop for 3 years like Julian McCarthy. We didn't see too much of him in the first couple of seasons here as the Rattlers, but from last season and this season we're seeing a lot more of him. So that's just a testament to the development coaches of the Bradford Rattlers here. They know how to draft well and they know how to develop well. As Julian McCarthy is out on the ice right now, number 5 in white for the Rattlers, as Levitsky can turn and head the other direction. Pavel Rodskov, he's a returning Rattler who's been having a much more predominant role this season with a couple of veteran Rattler players moving on, but most of the returning players for the Bradford Rattlers are on defense. A giveaway there by Rodskov. Came into the neutral zone. Lucas Waugh is on after it. He can play it down for Rodskov. Took that DDD pass from Waugh. Braden Alexi off the bench can get it over to Rodskov. Now to Lucas Waugh on the opposite end. From the neutral zone, got a bump in front of the Rattlers bench, and that allows McCarthy to peel on back with the puck for the Rattlers with 14:50 to go in the first period. A giveaway there by the South Muskoka Shield. They have the puck in the Rattlers' end as Lucas Waugh, the forward, playing back down low on defense as he can switch up with Braden Alexi, and he can start back up on his rush, and he will leave it for Skripnik. Puck gets sent back from the opposite side of center, and they will call that on an icing call. Coming up in the first intermission, we're going to have an interview with the Bradford Rattlers head coach David Mooney, so stay tuned after 20 minutes of regulation play to witness the interview with the Rattlers head coach. We'll try to get it on camera. If we can't with the setup we have here, then we apologize, but we definitely would like to get that on camera. We look forward to being joined by the coach here tonight, as that shot right off the faceoff came off the stick of Toms Breeks, the Riga, Latvia native. Oliver Balaz coming up with the glove to deny him on that shot. Braden Mitchell, the Brampton, Ontario native for South Muskoka, he'll line up on the faceoff against Leo Kalujic for the Bradford Rattlers. Kalujic won the faceoff, but Mitchell pulls it on back. He gets in and he scores! South Muskoka just wouldn't be denied on that faceoff. Mitchell, the native of Brampton, Ontario, number 27 for South Muskoka, gets his team on the board, and the Shield have tied it up with 14:18 to go in this first period. And that shows, hey, you win a face-off, you make a play, get the puck right to net. That's exactly what Mitchell did. He won the face-off, he put the puck right into a glorious opportunity to get the goal. And that's exactly what South Muskoka was looking for. And if you're the Bradford Rattlers defensively taking that defensive zone face-off, you got to have your bodies more in the play. You got to be more ready and anticipate where that puck is going to go, because you know a team like South Muskoka, they fall down early. Here tonight, they're going to want to get everything they can towards the net, as the Rattlers do here, as Godmer deflects the St. John shot, and it's 2-1 Rattlers. Well, never mind. Disregard what I said. Bradford Rattlers coming right back. It's Hunter Godmer with the deflection in front. The shot came from the blue line by number 13, Ryan St. John, and the Rattlers make no mistake, and that's how you answer, folks. My goodness, you let in a goal against, you come right back and you do that. And that's what you got to do, and I'm sure David Mooney, I might have a little talking point with him during the interview, and I might mention what happened in between the goals, right? You fall behind, or pardon me, you give up a tying goal. What changed so quick? Perhaps we're going to learn some of the tactics that David Mooney wants to embed in his players here tonight, and just want to know the mindset and the type of attitude that his players do play with. As Godmer tried to receive that stretch pass coming from Rodin, couldn't quite get it to him there. Pavel Rodskov has time. He'll go down low. Centering pass to the slot. Levitsky couldn't get it, but Suda does. Daniel Suda, he just ripped it up and over the net, but Bradford Rattlers still with it though. It's Jesper Eriksson, he scores! Jesper Eriksson, come on man, you gotta get out of here with that shot, really? You're really going to kind of tiptoe your way in the slot, pull it to the high slot, however, and it didn't even look like he got much on that shot. Eriksson just sort of whipped it towards the goal, and it just beat the man in net, Yaroslav Chebano. And so the Bradford Rattlers, hey, I mean, you give up the tying goal, and you come right back with two straight unanswered in quick succession. I don't know if I said that word right, but that one goes off the mask of Balas, and he's potentially looking for a whistle there, as one of his straps may have come off, and from this vantage point it does look like Balas does have a strap loose. Sven Musi tried to dangle his way through center, can't do so. Musi, a nice step up there, and that allows Burns to get it. Daniel Burns goes around, looking for a man in front, tried to whip it towards the slot area, but he found Musi. To the blue line, it's Baxter, whistle sounds, and what have we here? I believe the net has knocked off its moorings again, and if you've seen a lot of Bradford Rattler games throughout the years, you will know these pipes, yeah, they come out very quickly, and they come out very easily, and oh my goodness, in the playoffs, how many times have the Rattlers scored? Oh, they tied the game. Oh, they take the lead with a minute left. Oh, but wait, the net was off by like 3 inches, and I've played in this arena before, like, oh my god, you shoot the puck off the post, and the net goes flying through the building. Like, they come off so easy. I don't get it. But that's a part of the game. That's out of our control, so we try not to worry about that. But it does happen, and it is rather annoying, but hey, maybe the Shield will score here tonight, and the net comes off, and then maybe it'll go for the Rattlers side once. So it seems like every time it happens, it's always the Rattlers scoring, or the Rattlers with the puck, and oh my god, the net's off. Shocker. Maybe it's a conspiracy, who knows? As you see St. John get a shot, he'll pick up his rebound, and a sprawling save made by Chebano. Rodskov kept it from the point. McCarthy will tee one up, and he shot it wide on the blocker side, but Skripnik can pick it up and get it to the blue line to Pavel Rodskov. Rodskov, his shot deflected and through. St. John trying to get there first, and he does. He'll get it over to Skripnik. St. John again, looking for another deflection in front there off of his shot. Rodskov going back down low. Rattlers with all sorts of pressure here. St. John, he'll let one go. Blocker down with a purpose by the netminder Chibano. McCarthy back after it, try to backhand a pass away. The goal scorer Mitchell for South Muskoka's on the ice. He's trying to get that puck out of the zone, but he can't do so. Rattlers still with possession, and now as they say that, the Shield get the puck, and they flip it up and onto the zone. St. John's puts a quick up to Julian McCarthy, who can tap that puck in and get a line change on as the Eriksson line comes out with Hunter Godmer, Braden Alexi, Rodin, and Palma. Hunter Godmer stripped it off Mitchell. Godmer to the backhand in front, looking for Rodin, couldn't quite connect. Back to puck can be slapped out of the zone by Tom's Breeks. Hunter Raincourt lost the puck and he goes down, but Rattlers gain possession, however. It's Rodin trying to go behind. He's pressured away by Fedor Stuka. Stuka into the corner, had his stick lift there by Godmere, and the net has come loose again. I ain't making this up, folks. The net comes off quite a lot. I really ain't making this up. We have 10 minutes and 54 seconds, I beg your pardon, remaining in this first period. A quick start by the Rattlers. They went up 1-0 early in the first. The Shield surprisingly coming back to tie it right off the offensive zone face-off. The Rattlers did need to be better with setting up on that defensive zone face-off, but the Rattlers coming back with 2 straight unanswered goals to make it a 3-1 lead here in the halfway moments of this first frame. Daniel Suda can bank it off the glass, separating the 2 benches at the center ice area. Eriksson can leave it for Godmer, looking for his second of the contest. His puck was stripped off him by Van Doughty to the blue line. Baxter can fire that puck back into the cage. It's behind the netminder. Right in front is Eriksson, a shot there, stopped by Chibano. Rebound, it's loose, they bat out the side of the cage. Musi got a shot away. And the whistle finally sounds as Yaroslav Chibano was on his back, sprawling behind him, looking for that puck. Turns out he has it. Fortunate for South Muskoka, and now both teams can make some line changes on with 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go in this first period on this Sunday night on ice here in Bradford at the BWG, standing for Bradford West Gwillimbury Arena. If you're not familiar with Bradford, that's the abbreviation. Leo Kalujek picks up the puck to the Rattlers. He can saucer a pass high in front of the net mouth. Couldn't find anyone there. Rhodes Goff will fake the shot, walk the line, stutter step, and go to Eriksson. Or pardon me, that is Wachowski. Check that. Oh, the guy loves quick turning pass there. Alfred Malm just whipped that one over top of the net as Leo Kalujek is back after it. He can be sandwiched to the boards by Colton Kozma. Off the glass and out off the stick of Brandon Mitchell, the only goal scorer for South Muskoka. Rattler trying to catch the Shield. Napping here as Kalujek goes back down low and Malm was denied. What a stop by Yaroslav Chibano. And if the Rattlers would have cashed it on that one, it might have been all but over. As using his wheels getting through is Aaron Salone. He has it. He gets brought down, but he still has the puck, and it crashes into the netminder, Balez. That was kind of scuffed, but hey, it almost worked. Doesn't have to. You get the puck to the goal, it does not have to be pretty. An instance like that, that puck can easily just slot its way into the cage. Rattlers, the lead chance here. It's Burns for a second of the contest to the backhand, and it's a save made by Chibano. The net has come loose again behind Chibano. Referee comes back to put it in place. Palma going back down low. Daniel Burns back after he got the first one. He's been all over the puck here tonight in this period. He's trying to get that second goal. You just know it. Palma got a shot away, or pardon me, Palma rather. Looking for a redirection on the one-handed stick play was Daniel Burns. Man, he is just going for it tonight, and you got to respect that from Burns. Levitsky can knock off Aaron Salon on the puck, and he'll get it into the corner where Yalexi's after it. Abraham Palma had trouble with that puck on a great forechecking effort made by number 14, Matthew Shortill. Dreher hits the deck hard, and he's shaken up, slow to get up. That was right in front of the official. The Shield are dying to get a penalty call here, but none coming. Rattlers love getting that lead breakout pass, especially when the Shield are on a breakout. That's the third rather, that I've noticed in this period. The Rattlers try and look for that strategized breakout pass as soon as the opposition team, I can get that word out finally, goes for a line change, and so all the players are trapped in the opposite end of the ice. Rattlers just throw a puck to the opposite end where no one is there, and that was 2 straight times where it led to an odd man rush of the Bradford Rattlers. Little strategy brought up by David Mooney. Perhaps we ask him that in the first intermission. Again, he'll be joining us. I wouldn't say a commentator's booth, but we kind of got a desk set up here. We got a little makeshift desk here at center ice, and so we'll get him and get that interview for you. 7:10 to go exactly in this first period. It's Baxter from the point. His shot was deflected, and it can drop right on goal to the netminder Chibano, and he will hold. Head coach of the South Muskoka Shield, I believe that is Trey Collar, who's getting into disagreement with the official on the ice here tonight about that last penalty call that, in my opinion, should have been called. But the Rattlers, hey, got to be good to get lucky. And sometimes the team needs a penalty that didn't get called, if you would, as Proskov has to tag back up onside as that puck came out of the wrong side of the blue line. And so that puck gets into the neutral zone and then finally slapped back in by Matthew Shortill, the defenseman, up on forward. Rodin looking for Suda, try to connect with him there. It gets to the blue line. Bonzinius with the puck, but he had it. Lost it for a brief second, that allowing the Rattlers to quickly break up. It's Godmer to the forehand, now to the backhand, and try to stuff that one past Chibonneau, and he wasn't having none of that. It's Rodin, however, good chance for the Rattlers there. That one was low, and it was blocked. That puck can scream out of the zone away from possession of Braden Alexi, and he'll quickly slap it away for Hunter Godmer. Try to turn on a dime and get into the zone. He took a hit in front from Pashentsev. That's the second time those two players have connected in this contest tonight. A shot there by Godmer. That was labeled right for the top corner above the glove of Yaroslav Chibonneau, but he was quick there to present that trap route and snatch that puck right out of the air. And Chibonneau, he's been pelted with shots in this first period. Cannot fault him at all, as Chibonneau has been, in my opinion, he's been the best player on the ice. The amount of saves he's made, the couple on Daniel Burns in that one play, on that one shift. Burns had like, I don't know, probably 5 chances to get a goal there. My apologies about that. We saw a old friend visit me as a unexpected guest. His name was Brad Arnon, and if you watch a bit of the prospect tournaments that we have done in the summer for elite hockey prospects, I've done a few of them. I think the last one I did was 2 years ago. Brad Arnett was on one of the colored teams to show off some of the good players here. It's a chance here for the Rattlers. It's Burns for a second, and he scores! How many times have we mentioned this guy's name? Number 22, William Daniel Burns. I'm telling you, he's going to get that second goal. I just know it. And look right here. It is 4-1 for the Bradford Rattlers off the stick of that man right there, William Daniel Burns, number 22, picking up his second goal of the contest again, folks. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first period, it is a 4-1 lead for the Bradford Rattlers as Julian McCarthy can win that face-off, but the puck went over to Lucas Waugh's side, and that puck got skipped through down the length of the ice. Icing will be waved off as Braden Yalexi can whip it across. Again, it was Brad Arnott that I meant. He's currently a member of the Bradford Bulls. So, maybe a little bit of a rivalry going on, I guess you could say. It's good to see Brad Arnott. Very good player. Looking forward to seeing him play with the Bradford Bulls whenever I can, as the Bulls and Rattlers are in separate divisions this year, thus resulting in both teams not be able to play each other in the regular season. The only time they can play is in the Russell Cup Finals, which the Bradford Rattlers, that's the destination that the whole season will be circled around. The Rattlers haven't been to the finals since 2013, and that was the last time they won the championship. And of course, that was 2012, 2013. That's when the Rattlers went 42-0 in the regular season. They were the only team in GMHL history to have a perfect season, thus resulting in the Rattlers picking up another Russell Cup victory. Bradford Rattlers will get a power play here. Just waiting for the number of the South Muskoka player to get put up on the big it's not that fancy here in Bradford. The score clock, we will call it, above the netminder for the Bradford Rattlers, Oliver Balaz. They're just figuring out how much time should be left on the clock and who should be in the penalty box. And I believe that's it, as the linesman and officials talking to some of the coaching staff of the South Muskoka Shield now do Finn Busey to say, hey, what's going on here? Let's drop the puck already. Still no number on the big scoreboard here in Bradford. Can't quite make out who exactly is in the box, but it looks like number 77, Arshur Pasentsev, is going off to the box, and looks like we'll wait with the official announcement from JR here in Bradford. Bradford Rattlers possession of the puck, however. It's Godmer going back down low. 5-on-3 for 2 minutes. A one-timer in front there was blocked in front by number 39, Tristan Sorensen. High sticking and cross-checking were the two penalties. Levitsky on across to Godmer. Sharp angle bid turned away. That has come off again, and they will decide to blow the whistle. Oh my God, how many times have I told you guys? The net comes off when the Rattlers have the puck. When the Rattlers don't have the puck, the net never comes off. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into this, folks. Maybe I'm just getting my own head, but it's just you've been here for 5 years. You kind of notice these things, you know? Puck is dropped. Power play back underway. 1:27 seconds to go. Power play time to work with. Again, 5-on-3. It is 4-1 for the Rattlers. Busey got it to Levitsky. Heel T went up, and it's snatched out of the air by the netminder Yaroslav Chebano. Again, Chebano, native of Moldova. Oliver Balaz, the netminder for the Bradford Rattlers, native of Budapest, Hungary. A lot of countries, I wouldn't say random countries, but I would like to say not so hockey-dominated countries. Because when I think of Moldova and I think of Hungary, I don't think of hockey. But hey, it's absolutely wonderful to see the diversity shown in the GMHL. Most of the time you'll get your Canadians, Americans, and Russians, but get a guy from Moldova, get a guy from Hungary, hey, we will take it. It's great exposure for the GMHL. We just love to see it. That deflection on goal by Rodin, and he will score. Jacob Rodin doing his best Hunter Godmer impression in front with a deflection shot. And another goal for the Bradford Rattlers. It'll come on a power play. It is 5-1 Rattlers. And absolutely, you cannot fault the Shield netminder, number 33, Yaroslav Chebano. He has been tremendous here. And again, I mentioned earlier in the first period those saves he made on William Daniel Burns, who ended up getting a second goal of the contest. Shout out to Daniel Burns, who is now on the ice as well. But Chebano has been terrific here, even though the score does not show it. Yeah, 5 goals let in the first period. Not ideal for a goalie, but if you look at the quality of chances the Rattlers have had on the netminder Chebano, the amount of shots, the amount of rebounds, stuff. Hey, the netminder, the goalie's dealing with everything here. He's getting deflections, he's getting point shots, he's getting one-timers, backhanders, breakaways, short-handed, power play too. So, yeah, Yaroslav Chebano might be a little overworked, so he will probably get a well-deserved rest once the intermission approaches us, as Braden Yalexi has the puck. He'll get a shot there, another high one, and a partial deflection by Witkowski. Maybe that's a new system the Rattlers are working on here on the power play. just shoot for deflections. Maybe they're looking at some Joe Pavelski videos on the power play in Dallas. Yeah, Pavelski played for the Sharks. Of course, I like the Sharks. I got to give the boy a little shout out there. There's a chance on the power play for the Rattlers as Malm can scream that puck long wide. Roscoff has it back over to Malm. Power play is expired. We're back to 5-on-5. Going across is Alexi. He'll try to get Burns looking for a hat trick. He tried to get a sharp angle bid kicked aside by the pad, then into the corner. Then handled away. Aaron Salone got it through the corner, a redirection there. Witkowski battling away. Malm takes it away. He has the backhand. Try to get a rising shot blocked away. Burns again, and it's handled in the breadbasket of the goaltender Yaroslav Chibano with 44.8 to go exactly in this first period of play. It's been all Bradford Rattlers. South Muskoka Rattlers might even have more shots than, or more goals than the Shield do shots. It's been a while since South Muskoka has put some sustained offense on the Rattlers netminder Oliver Ballas. Puck is dropped in the 40-second countdown. It's now underway to conclude this first period as Skripnik tried to play it from McCarthy, just couldn't quite get it. Tyler Baxter from the center. Dennis Dreher, the German native, had some trouble there with Skripnik. Those two now meet in the battle behind the boards, or pardon me, behind the net, along the boards, I should say. 20 seconds to go in the first period. Shot off the glass and out of the zone. Icing will be waved off. Baxter needs to pirouette to get that puck with 10 seconds to go. He'll get it off the glass, but not out, however. Nice backhand effort made by Skripnik there, allowing Kirk Meyer to take it. He has 5 seconds to go. Got tripped up a little bit. No call will happen as St. John try to get over through McCarthy. And they just weren't sure exactly how much time was remaining on the clock. And the clock now reads 0. And the score clock, as you can see, reads 5 for the Bradford Rattlers, 1 for the Shield. And we'll be back for the second period of play after this intermission and interview with the head coach David Mooney of the Bradford Rattlers. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we're going to be bringing an interview. We've got the head coach of the Bradford Rattlers, David Mooney, joining us tonight for an interview for this first period. David's going to join us right now. David.
How are you doing?
Not bad, not bad. So, you're up 5-1 in the first period against South Muskoka. It's looking pretty good. What did you tell the boys before the game, or what was the message, and how do you want your boys to play out there tonight?
Well, we actually had a couple days off before the game, so just making sure that they get into it early, throw a body check, get a shot on net, do something to get yourself fired up. And yeah, no, I like the way we started.
Absolutely, we love to see it. The boys are playing good. They're buzzing out there. They're getting shots on goal. We love to see it. Now, you have experience in the GMHL, correct? How long were you in there for? What teams were you in? And what have you learned in that league to bring it up to the Bradford Rattlers here this year?
Yeah, well, it's actually been a while since I've coached in that league, but yeah, no, I've been around junior hockey, and so I'm definitely familiar with the age group. And yeah, no, this is my first year coaching in this league, and I'm pretty impressed with the skill level.
Awesome. It's definitely pretty good. A lot of European players I'm sure you're pretty familiar with now here this year. What do the Bradford Rattlers have to do? It's been a while since we've been to the Russell Cup finals, obviously. What do you want to see the boys do, and what should be the theme moving forward to get these guys to the finals, in your opinion?
Yeah, we talk about we want to have a championship winning team, and we try to set the groundwork early, so just having good habits, back check, working hard, having a good attitude in practice. So just little things, all those things add up, and hopefully we'll be ready when the playoffs come. So it's tough at the beginning of the year, but yeah, I think we're definitely making some progress.
Yep. Awesome, we love to see it. All right, it's 5-1. We're going to let you get down to your boys right now. Go tell the boys good luck, and good luck moving forward. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Second period set to get underway from the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena, the BWG, if you would. 5-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. Come on now, get out of here. 5-1 after the first. If you're a Rattler fan, you just love to see it. Just brings a smile to your face. Rodin, outlet pass, Godmer, he's got a step. Godmer back in between the legs, looking for the Tomas hurdle, going off the post was Eriksson. Oh boy, the boys are getting fancy here tonight. St. John from the blue line tried the indirect. Down low across to Godmer, but getting into the stick lane was Tristan Sorensen, and he can then get that puck down the length of the ice. On goal to Balaz, who hasn't been tested much, only the one goal has gone by them. That was off the stick of Braden Mitchell, if you remember back early in the first period. That tied the game up at 1. That seems like many moons ago now. St. John got a shot away, then handled into the breadbasket of netminder number 31, John Dillonay. We do not have the hometown or former team plate of number 31, John Dillonay, coming in relief tonight of Yaroslav Chebino, who honestly, I told in the first period, he had a good game. In my opinion, he was playing very well. It was just the Rattlers. They just kept coming and coming, and it was just an onslaught. It didn't seem to stop, so the coaching staff just kind of thought, we'll give Buddy a break here. So I know if I was in his shoes, I would not want to be in the rest of the game. It's 5-1 right now. Are you kidding? We're kind of putting down South Muskoka right now, and by all means, that is not what I'm trying to do. They have bounced back this year. I believe they sit even right now, 3-3. Most of the years for South Muskoka has not gone too well for them. I believe that could be a bit of an understatement. Not too well. But they got a new look, they got a new jersey, they got a new coaching staff, and also new players. So it's a brand new team here in South Muskoka. And let's see what their team can do moving forward as we got a fight down low in the corner. Oh, look out, it's Brandon Alexi. He's throwing bombs away. They get down, but they get back up. A wild shot, and they miss. Those two tie each other up, and whoa. Attaboy, Brandon Alexi. He went toe-to-toe with number 92, pardon me. That's Aaron Sloan. He and Braden Alexi dropping the gloves in the corner. Braden Alexi getting into a altercation, we will call it, on the ice, dropping the gloves with Aaron Sloan. It was kind of an uncoordinated fight, but I believe both players got their licks in, if you would. Referee's just going over with Travis Defoe and JR down in the timekeeper's area. Trying to figure out exactly how this happened and how exactly the penalties are going to get broken up, but I believe this is Braden Alexi's first ever fight in the GMHL. That means he will be suspended, but it would only be for one game. And again, the rule in the GMHL, if you fight, you get one game. I believe if you fight again, it gets doubled. And I believe every single time you drop the gloves, the suspension doubled. So let's say you're sitting at 2 games, you fight again, you get 4, then 8, and so on and so forth. I believe that is how it goes. I obviously definitely could be wrong. As you think the league that I commentate in, I should be pretty well educated in it. Well, shocker. I ain't really. We live on the fly. That's just kind of how we have to live life, you know what I mean? Looks like everything has been sorted out now. Alexi sitting, I would like to say comfortably back in the Rattlers dressing room. I would imagine an ice bag on his fists, or hey, maybe even on his head. Puck is dropped, and it looks like, yes, we have 4-on-4 hockey. It looks like both will be coincidental minders to Alexi and Salone, who are both done for tonight's contest. 4-on-4 action here with 17:52 to go in this second period as Eriksson was rung off into the boards. Played back by Tom's Breeks, but he couldn't get out of the zone. Mitchell coming in to help him on forward as well. St. John missed the pass. Mitchell might have a chance here with St. John all over him. Smart play by Mitchell just to get it over to the blue line where Kaler can find that puck and get it into the Rattlers' end. The Shield will get a line change going here, but Mitchell a good forechecking ability, but that turning effort was sticked aside by the netminder Balas. That shot looking for a redirection in front by Jacob Bundy, just couldn't quite find anything there. Hunter Godmer got stepped up at the blue line by Shentsev, that is Reeves. My apologies, this score sheet says 77 on the Shield is Pasentsev, but then I look at his number and his name bar on his jersey, and it reads Reeves. Huh. Very interesting. Oh, and on the thumbnail of this video, I do all the graphics, the scorecards and the intermission graphics, all that stuff. It says the Shield are 3-3-0 on the roster sheet. That is a mistake. They are 2-3-0. So that is an error on my part. Getting back into the zone is Rodin. Rodin going right through and split through every player in a black uniform. And he just smoothly slides it into the cage. It is 6-1 for the Bradford Rattlers. .52 remaining in the second period. The Bradford Rattlers. Jacob Rodin making it 6-1. He picked up his first goal of tonight's contest. Yeah, Jacob Rodin did. 16:43 to go in the second period. We're going to shout out some sponsors here tonight. Sponsors: Media Suite, the Curtis Guarded team at Remax, the Keg Motor Goods, as the South Muskoka Shield. In the midst of the sponsor read, of course, have ruined it. I joke, the South Muskoka Shield have made it 6-2 instead of 6-1. So if you're South Muskoka, that's kind of what you want now. The crowd's not really into it because you're playing a road game here, but the mindset they gotta have, this silence has to be deafening for them. The silence that they hear right now for South Muskoka, they want to get used to that. They want to hear more of this silence. They want to get more goals, of course, to further silence this raucous crowd at the BWG here tonight in Bradford. And it's a pretty good turnout here tonight. They've been very lively, but the Bradford Rattlers just seem to have all the answers here tonight. Upsite Soundberry, one of our sponsors here for the Bradford Rattlers, King's Wood Products, Tatiana Diana's Yoga, and Foodland. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Rattlers are very proud of it as they race for the puck, and getting it to it first is number 22 for South Muskoka. That is Von Dowdy. Stretch pass, it's Lucas Waugh, number 55 in white, going after the puck for the Rattlers. Taking it now is Matthew Shortle. Shortle got punched into the boards there by Waugh, got to the blue line where St. John can let a shot go, looking for a deflection there. And McCarthy, look out, he and his man get into it. They are nose to nose with each other. Lucas Waugh actually got a pop in the back of the head as well, and he kind of turned and looked at his man and said, yeah, you want to try that? with the players the Rattlers have, and the first one I'm going to look to, obviously, is Julian McCarthy. If you haven't noticed, we're a big Julian McCarthy fan here in this broadcast booth, I guess you could say. We love Julian McCarthy here, and you know he ain't afraid to drop the gloves and go with anyone in this league. Honestly, I don't think McCarthy's ever backed down from player here in the GMHL. I've even played minor hockey with him. He's going up against guys that are like 6'3" when they're like 15, and I'm like, Julian, what are you doing, buddy? Come on. And they're like 5 years older, and I'm like, Julian, come on, buddy, you got to calm down here. Let's get back to playing. Julian, I'm just kidding. As that shot rang off the post from Godmere, almost got his second goal of the contest here. Levitsky on a D-to-D pass. He's with Eriksson. Eriksson, another shot getting through, and that one may have been deflected in front. The shot coming from Eriksson. Rodin may have got a stick on it. 7-2 Rattlers. So if no one touched that puck, I believe it would be Eriksson's goal. Let's wait for the announcement. Jacob Rodin indeed gets the goal. His second of the contest. My apologies, I thought it was Eriksson who let that shot go. Whistle has sounded, and I believe we have some penalties on Bradford. And surprisingly, it looks like I'm right. Number 19, Alfred Malm will head to the penalty box for the Bradford Rattlers here tonight. I believe this is their first time shorthanded in tonight's contest. Puck dropped and then went right out of play, I believe, or it was just a unfair puck drop. Sorry, I was checking the YouTube comments. I kind of missed that last play. My bad. 85 current viewers. We'd like to thank everyone watching here tonight. Wherever you are tuning in this Sunday night on Ice action here tonight, we thank you and welcome you all as that shot goes off the mask of Ballas, and he's looking for a whistle as I believe another strap has come off him. Maybe not. It might just be an instant reaction to get the whistle gone as the nice stack pad stop was made by Ballas with a purpose, but deflected out to the blue line. That shot missed wide and screamed up and out of the zone. Ballas now putting that strap back on his helmet as strap did come loose. Very dangerous for a netminder if you have one of those helmet straps coming unloose. As at any point in the game, your mask can just slip off, and next thing you know, you got a puck in the head. And yes, that is not good. From the blue line, shot never got through. Blocked there by Skripnik, and the Rattlers will take another penalty again. Tyler Baxter, 17 and white, will be heading off 2 minutes for tripping. South Muskoka. This is what you want. If you're a South Muskoka Shield, you got a chance on a 5-on-3 power play. Hey, if you cash in both times on the man advantage, hey, you're right back into this contest. You're only down by 3. And then 3 is a key number because you remember the home opener, Rattlers were up 3-0. Lynx coming back to win that call. Maybe it was 2-0 actually. Was it 2? Hey, I've done too many games here in Bradford. Hey, I'm losing track. I'm losing count. Enough about me. Back to the action on the ice. It's kind of been a long one here as a lot of goals have been scored. And another thing that the GMHL does do, if some of you fans are not familiar, there is a mercy rule. And I believe it can only be done in the third period, I believe. I could be wrong on that one, but most times if, say a score right now, let's say it's 7-2 heading into the third period. The team that is losing the contest by quite a large margin has the option to play runtime. So when the whistle would go, the clock would not stop. The clock would just keep going until all 20 minutes have expired, and then that is the game, that is the day, and we all go home. That shot from Dreher was turned away by Ballas with 13:32 to go in the second period. in 30 more seconds, the Bradford Rattlers will get one player out of the penalty box. And then for 50 seconds, they'll be shorthanded still, but only being a 5-on-4. Puck is dropped, and the puck got sent back down the length of the ice by Pavel Rodskov, and my former broadcast partner, Joe Todd, would always say, Nick, simply, that's just how you kill penalties, Nick. Shield back into the zone. Mitchell looking for his second goal of the contest, turned away by Ballas, who hasn't been as busy, but is seeing a lot more pucks in the second period, resulting in the power plays for the Shield. As you see Ballas going lateral from all sorts of different directions, trying to get square to the puck wherever it is moving. The one-timer shot by Breeks never got on through. Net has come off, and the puck has been thrown out of the zone, and the whistle sounds with 43 seconds to go. Power play time to work with. Tyler Baxter standing up in the box. 12:55. Time remaining in this middle frame of regulation time. It is 7-2 for the Bradford Rattlers. Nick Stella joining you guys here tonight, providing the play-by-play commentary. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that one as well. Mitchell, a shot blocked there in front by St. John. That puck never got through to the netminder Ballas. Breeks, number 21 in black for the Shield, peels away, but it was knocked off the puck by Rowe. And now taking it ever so calmly is Braden Mitchell. Check that. Hunter Raincourt got the puck to the blue line. Mitchell has it. He'll slowly walk his way into the crease area, and that shot was snatched out of the air by Ballas. If you're Brandon Mitchell on that play, number 27 for South Muskoka, you got to get your feet moving there. You got that puck in a prime scoring opportunity, and yeah, it is 7-1. Your team is down by quite a lot, but hey, this is a type of game and a type of point and time in the game where, hey, any shot's a good shot for your team. Just start whipping pucks towards the goal, but get them off in a hurry. It's not about how hard your shot is, it's how fast you get it off. That's the key part about getting your shots in. And if you were Braden Mitchell right there, you kind of, I understand it, kind of taking your time, kind of tiptoeing your way towards the net, but hey, you're playing the Bradford Rattlers, like they ain't gonna slow down. They're gonna be right on you as soon as the opposition takes that puck. So yeah, if you're Braden Mitchell, maybe next time with that puck right there, try to walk in as quickly as you can and just snap it over the glove. Julian McCarthy tried to whip a shot towards the goal, couldn't quite do so, because if you get a shot, well, hold on, we got Pavel Rodskov. Maybe he'll get one here, but that one deflected on wide and came right loose in front of the net mouth. Scary opportunity there as a nice step up made by Abraham Palma. The Barcelona, Spain native got a shot away. That's a great A scoring chance by number 15 in white. You just saw him let a great shot off there. Another country where someone here is from, where hockey isn't really on the top of their mind. It's Abraham Palma, number 15 for the Bradford Rattlers, native of Barcelona, Spain. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Sven Musi, big body check on his man Fillions. Sorensen back on the ice for the Shield as well. Baxter got that puck down into the corner. Getting it to it first will be number 19 for the South Muskoka Shield. That is Jacob Bundy. Sven Musi, he'll tee one up. Took a few deflections before it could skid on through to the netminder of the West Nipissing Lynx. Pardon me. It's the South Muskoka Shield net. Come on. It's number 31, John Delaney. Again, he came in relief to start the second period for Yaroslav Chebano. Levitsky met up into the corner boards, and now the South Muskoka Shield with possession, but until Burns can finally get away from his man, who had some great forechecking abilities there. Puck sent back down from the wrong side of center, resulting in an icing call against the South Muskoka Shield. Ten minutes and 23 seconds time remain in this middle frame of regulation time. Jesper Eriksson will line up on the face-off for the Bradford Rattlers. Jacob Bundy for the Shield. South Muskoka is just getting some last-minute players out on the ice right now. They originally had 4 players out instead of 5. The latest one coming back on, and I believe it was Braden Mitchell. Jacob Rodin can just slash that puck down into the corner. Coming out of his cage to play it was the netminder John Delaney. He covers it up with 10 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Bradford Rattlers' next home game will be next Sunday, October 23rd at 7:30 p.m. The Ville-Marie Pirates come back to town. And then on the 30th of October, Temiskaming is back in. Jacob Rodin, nice toe drag. Another one. He tried to go between the wickets of netminder Delaney. And John Delaney having none of that one as Pavel Rhodeskov took a D-to-D pass, got it to Rodin. He'll fan on the slap-in attempt, but it got to the netminder Delaney. And he'll leave it for his defenseman there, Colton Kozma. Long aerial left, Van Doughty after it against Pavel Rhodeskov for the Rattlers, number 7 in white. Rhodeskov able to scream away from that puck, to make a pirouette move and skate away from his returning play. Palma had it in the skate, try to get out of the zone. The Rattlers do so here. Shield got a tag back up, and they will do so here. Both teams can get some forward line changes on. Abraham Palma, he forced that puck into an awkward position, allowing South Muskoka to regain that puck behind their own cage as Wachowski was given chase on his man, number 91. That is Dennis Adrier. Long stretch feed, Mitchell dancing his way in, got it to the net with a backhander effort, and they score. Bonzinius getting on the board for the South Muskoka Shield. They cut the lead to 7-3. Rattlers had a delayed penalty on that play as well, so if the Rattlers touched that puck up regardless, they would have been, either way something bad was going to happen. Either they were going to get scored on, or they were going to be shorthanded, and unfortunately the worst option of the two happened, with South Muskoka cashing in for their 3rd goal of tonight's contest, and they might have a chance to make it 4 here. Fanning on the shot there, and Ballas coming out of his cage to try to cover it. Never fully covered up that puck, and a quick whistle from the official here tonight at South Muskoka. Ain't too happy with that one, but my goodness, imagine if they scored that and made it 7-4. Still a bit of a hill to climb, but I mean, hey, they're right there. They are right there. Mitchell will take the face-off for the Shield against Julian McCarthy. Mitchell's able to pull it on back, but it gets back down low to Baxter. Giving chase is Christopher Kirkmeyer. All over his man, number 91, Dennis Dreer. Mitchell takes the stretch pass. He has Crowell back on behind him. Can't find him here. A stretch pass. Got it through the slot. And that shot just whipped wide of the netminder Ballas. Julian McCarthy, number 5 in white, trying to get it into the corner, and he'll give chase after his man Baxter. McCarthy and his man heading to the corner. And it looks like the referees will be taking one off for holding, and I believe it'll be a power play for the Bradford Rattlers. So Julian McCarthy doing a good job drawing a penalty. And I believe the South Muskoka Shield have taken themselves an extra penalty here. Braden Mitchell, unsportsmanlike conduct. And Dennis Dreer, 2 minutes for holding, so 5-on-3 power play for the Bradford Rattlers. They've already had one here tonight, and they cashed in successfully when they had themselves on a 5-on-3 power play. Rattlers get their second time to do so here. A little shocked on the personnel that is out there for the Bradford Rattlers. I would have thought maybe this stage of the game, maybe throw your 3rd, 4th line guys up right now, but head coach David Mooney definitely wants to send a message, and he's making his message very clear tonight. His boys are here, and they are here to play. And they don't care how many goals they have to put through you. They want to beat you. That's why they got all their top guys out there on the ice on this 5-on-3 power play. Godmere to Erickson. Erickson to Levitsky. His shot off the outside of the post, but he can regather his own rebound, pardon me. Jesper Eriksson, he'll let a shot go, looking for a redirection was Musi. Levitsky, his low shot deflected off their own stick. That rose off of Tom Breeks' stick and almost some friendly fire there. Godmere with Rodin set up in the one-timer slot. Levitsky, a shot blocked there in front. That's a nice one by number 2. That is Fedor Stuka. Shield have got caught on a line change and a nice back check to break up that pass on a sliding effort made by Reeves. Hunter Godmere with 7 minutes to go in the period. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Trying to find Alfred Malm sprawling across the net mouth. Just couldn't quite cash in on him there. Pavel Rodskov getting it to William Daniel Burns. Burns number 22 in white. You're looking at him now with the puck. Trying to get it right over to Malm in the high slot. We'll get it to Levitsky to touch it to Rodskov. Rodskov, Levitsky. He'll tee one up and score. Steven Levitsky. Steven Levitsky on the one-timer. I believe that's the second goal of the contest here. It's been 8 goals here by the Bradford Rattlers, and it's only in the second period. Score clock is correct. We have 6:30 to go in the second period. A 8-3 lead for the Bradford Rattlers as Pavel Rodskov putting on a magic show right now. Daniel Suda can see that puck coming out of the zone, and he'll take it to center. Dump in by Daniel. Julian McCarthy leaves it over for Skripnik. McCarthy to the blue line. He'll get it to Pavel Rodskov. Rodskov trying to go back down low for McCarthy. Couldn't connect on him there. A chance now for the Shield. It is Isaac Locker, native of Ville-Marie, Quebec. Mitchell trying to turn fire effort, couldn't do so. Clough was shot from the blue line, they can just get her on wide. Lucas Waugh, check at that puck out of the zone, can't do so. Held over by Shortle, and he'll get a shot away, but never got on target. Suda flipped it away from the opposite side, took a bump to do so. That allows Lucas Waugh to get that puck out of the zone and skate after his own dump-in effort, and he'll do so here and beat his man to the puck. Reeves had trouble getting that puck out of the zone. Kalujek on the ice to try to get something going for his team in white. We'll have a commanding 8-3 lead. A player hits the deck. That is Kalujek. He's back up. Seems to be all right. Palma got that puck back into the zone. Looks like Witkowski tripped up his man. There will be a power play coming up to the South Muskoka Shield. I don't know why, folks. I keep wanting to say West Nipissing. Every single game, I always want to say they're playing the Lynx. I don't get it. I think it's because that was the Rattlers' home opener. That was the first time they played, and so that's just kind of stuck in my mind. I don't know. So if I do slip up and say, like, I don't know, if I mention Ville-Marie tonight or I mention Temiskaming, I don't know. I get teams mixed up a lot. That is my apologies. If there's confusion, there's my bad. That shot was blocked by St. John effectively there, allowing the puck to come out of the zone off the ricochet off of his shin pad. Dreer back into the zone for the Shield. A drop pass. Shot never got through. Dreer back on it. The German native could get it to the blue line where Tom Breeks can let a shot go wide of Ballas, allowing Mitchell to juggle that puck into the corner. Baxter can watch him do so. Puck kicks over to Jesper Eriksson. He's the lone Rattler there. Heading off on a change is Rodin, but he takes the puck now and hands it over to St. John. Levitsky took a pass from Eriksson looking for a hat trick. That shot just missed on the low pad side of Delaney. Levitsky was back on it. May have been hooked on the way, but he and Breeks beat into the corner. The Latvian native able to win the battle and get that puck out of the zone where Daniel Suda can take it with 4:04 to go in the second period. 55 seconds to go On the power play for South Muskoka, Sven Musi has a chance here, short-handed with a forehand, and he just put it wide. Steven Levitsky, his stick kind of just jumped out of his hands right there. This allows Isaac Locker, number 17 in black, to work with the puck here. You see him now. Work the pass to Jacob Bundy. Bundy got by McCarthy, got through the goal, took a hit there from Suda. That puck got battled into the corner with South Muskoka with possession. Benzenius can't keep that puck into the zone, and it comes off offside. Again, our next broadcast will be next Sunday at 7:30. Same time every Sunday. Same time all the time. Phil Murray Pirates are in town for next Sunday, and then the Sunday after that, which would be October 30th. Happy Halloween when that time comes around, of course, yes. They will be playing the Temiskaming Titans, the team that has a history of giving these Bradford Rattlers a very tough time. Rattlers don't do too bad against them in the regular season, but recently in the playoffs when these two teams meet in a series that normally goes to favor of the Temiskaming Titans. So if you're the Bradford Rattlers, there's going to be a big game coming on the 30th of October. And you know David Mooney is going to get his boys ready and geared up for these two big games against the Quebec teams. And there's always a different feel in the game when you get one of those Quebec teams in town, especially in the broadcast area, because people in Temiskaming and Ville Marie, they love their hockey. Our viewers skyrocket anytime we play the Titans or the Pirates, as Julian McCarthy is causing a bit of a ruckus down there, and no surprise. Looks like there's going to be a checking from behind penalty. Julian McCarthy is still giving it to the bench of the South Muskoka Shield. Julian, and he took a penalty because of it. What are you doing, buddy? We joke around here. We joke around. Julian McCarthy, Churchill, Ontario native, will be heading off. Coincidental Miners heading to both sides. He'll be joined in the box by number 91, Dennis Dreher, the German native, who will be sitting off for the South Muskoka Shield with 2 minutes 50 seconds to go in this second period. Get an 8-3 lead. Face off won by the Shield. They can just get that puck on and out of the zone. Original call is Van Doughty. Hitting from behind, and two unsportsmanlike penalties coming up by Julian McCarthy and Dennis Dreher. Both penalties coming at 2:50 of this second period. We are currently at 2:24. Okay, numbers. Come on, Nick, you can read, surely. Both teams are getting prepared for an offensive zone face-off for the South Muskoka Shield. Defensively for the Rattlers, they try to pull it on back, but it gets to the corner, then aerialed, and then opposite flipped around to Erickson. Erickson tried to toe drag, try to get up around his man. Erickson just trying to feed it to the blue line, couldn't quite do so. Erickson picks up his own, I wouldn't say mistake, his own juggle of the puck, if you will. Roding after it, sticked aside by Delaney. Half boards battle. Both teams had two players from their respective sides, each in that board battle. What I see right now is just a bunch of miscommunication from the South Muskoka Shield as they can ice that puck. As you can tell it's an 8-3 game for the Rattlers. The Shield are down big time. You can understand the body language not being there, for South Muskoka. Some of their players might not look like they're in the game right now, as if you've played hockey, you've been in these games, you've been on the opposite end of an 8-2 game, or pardon me, 8-3, pardon me. It's very, very hard to stay positive. So whatever good things the Shield can do for tonight's game will definitely be a testament to their character on how they can push forward, facing all of this sort of adversity and frustration, and it's only going to grow more as Mitchell, one of their better players here tonight, will be heading off to the penalty box, and there's quite the party going on. To the sides of JR here, our PA announcer at the BWG in Bradford. JR, of course, our PA announcer of years past. Didn't hear him last year, but definitely kind of missed him. Then it's good to hear good old JR back. And now we're going to hear him call the last minute of play of the second period in just a few moments. Oh, maybe not. I think he missed. The cue got missed. Puck gets played up into the corner. We are under a minute to go in the second period. One player out of the box, that is Van Doughty. He and Levitsky meet in front of the timekeeper's area, but Levitsky with his head down and he gets his wheels going. 37 seconds to go in the second period. Levitsky got it to the blue line. Nice first hit by Levitsky back behind the play. Sven Musi, second-year Bradford Rattler, with the puck down number 12. He'll drop it for Levitsky. They'll switch spots. Levitsky into the high slot. His shot rolls off the stick and up and out of play. Again, if you're just tuning in here tonight, the starting goalie for tonight's game for the Rattlers, it's Oliver Ballas. He's still currently in the cage right now. Number 33, Yaroslav Chibano, started for South Muskoka. He let up 5 in the first period, got pulled to start the second in exchange for number 31, John Delaney, who has been in ever since. But Yaroslav Chibano, the goalie who started tonight for South Muskoka, I kept saying you cannot fault him on all the goals that have gone in. And speaking of goals, you see a 9th one being put up by the Bradford Rattlers. That goal coming with just 13 seconds to go. In the period, puck is dropped. Kalujek can win the faceoff, and the Bradford Rattlers have quite the lead heading in to this second intermission, which will end right now. After 40 minutes of play, the Bradford Rattlers 9, the Shield 3. We'll be back to the third period of action after this intermission. Nick Stella back with you for the Bradford Rattlers. We got another interview for you guys for the second intermission. We're going to be joined by Barb Kokel, one of the billets for the Bradford Rattlers here this season, and we're going to bring her on screen right now. Barb, hello, and how are you feeling?
I'm good. Yourself?
I can't complain. How do you think you're enjoying the game tonight? You like it?
I like it. It's a very fast-paced game tonight. Exciting.
Awesome, right on. And you're one of the billet families for the parents for the Bradford Rattlers. How long have you been doing it for?
This is officially our third year.
Third.
Missed the COVID year.
That's right. And it's a little crazy sometimes. The players get a little too much sometimes talking to each other. Are they normally pretty maintained?
I never have a problem. Not at all. I have no problems.
Us hockey players we're not the cleanest, we're not the neatest people, we're kind of loud and messy, so that's good to hear that these guys here in Bradford are kind of well put together, they're well maintained.
I like them to be a little loud and rowdy. I like them to be at home and to feel comfortable.
Give you more entertainment, provide more stuff at home. No, we'd love to hear it. And what goes through, do you pick a certain player, or do the players get presented to you, or how does the process work about billeting for the Bradford Rattlers?
So, we just signed up to be billet family, and then the team places the boys with us, and we get who we get, and so far we have not been disappointed at all. It's always been really good.
Awesome, and we love to hear it. Well, we thank you so much for your time, and how would you explain the experience of billeting for teenager hockey players who are trying to make a name for themselves? Some of these guys could be from Europe too, Russia, guys from overseas. Have you had any experience with guys overseas, like a language barrier or anything like that?
We had one boy that came and he barely spoke any English, so we used Google Translate, and by the end of the season he was very fluent in English, and I cried like a baby when he left.
Do you remember the name?
Yeah, it was Vadim.
Vadim? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Frolov? Frolov. Oh yeah, we got it right there. Shout out Vadim Frolov right there, absolutely. Well, Barb, thank you so much for your time. It was wonderful talking to you, and enjoy the rest of the game and the season.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out Nolan in the comments right here. Shout out to you. Join yourselves in the comments. Hey, you gotta make your own fun sometimes. Hey, I respect it. Third period is underway here from the Bradford West Goldenberry Arena here in Bradford to take on this Sunday night action here on ice. Bradford Rattlers in the South Muskoka Shield. Bradford Rattlers, of course, leading 9-3. Yes, 9 goals. 9 goals to 3 right now. Sorry about the little pause in the action. Sometimes we have visitors in the broadcast area, so sometimes we get caught up in conversation sometimes. And, yeah. Most of the time, if you hear, like, for example, I'll give you one right now. So if you ever hear that, like, random, like, pause in the break, pause in the game, something like that, it's normally because one of the guys behind me, help. There's other guys working on this live stream, like, behind the camera. So most of the time, like, whenever, like, mute happens or pause in the action, it's normally, like, us talking about just the stream, really, about, like, goals and stuff and, like, what we can do. If, like, something's blurry, we'll quickly run in, mute the mic, fix it, talk about something real quick, or interviews we're doing within the intermission, So if ever hear a little pause, it's not that I forgot what I was going to say, because I can surely ramble on and on for hours, as you guys can probably tell. I'm the only one here. I'm just kind of talking to myself here, so it ain't so bad. I mentioned also in the second period, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but in the GMHL there is a thing called a mercy rule, I believe it is only for the third period as well. Once the third period hits and you're down by a large margin of score, like the South Muskoka Shield are right now, 9-3, it's definitely a large number, yes. They have the option to do what's called runtime. So whenever they're by the way, pardon me, earlier when I was rambling on about other things, I forget what I was even talking about, there was an injury to a South Muskoka player. He did skate off under his own power. Who exactly that player was, I am not sure. I do apologize for that. I just catch myself rambling sometimes, That shot from the blue, and it was knocked down by Ballas in a scramble looking for it. Kalujak was battling there with Witkowski, and they can finally screech that puck on and out of the zone. So again, yes, there will be runtime as the injury back behind the play came early in this third period, and thus the injury happening. Took a little bit of time to get the player up and out of the ice. And if there's an injury on the ice, by all means, take as long as you need, absolutely. I'd say around 4 minutes of time got shed. We now have 16 minutes exactly to go in the third period with the Shield on the power play. I failed to mention, folks, I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of things here tonight. I'm just kind of catching myself rambling quite a lot. That shot deflected en route, maybe off the mask of Ballas, so the faceoff just might stay inside the Rattler zone, or if they're going to say it deflected off a Shield player, they're going to take the faceoff all the way out to the neutral zone, and that's exactly where this faceoff will be setting up. It's going to be right in front of Tyler Baxter, and the penalty keeper's area. Or pardon me, that's not Tyler Baxter in the box. Baxter's on the ice right now, number 17, coming out of the box right now. It's Christopher Kirkmeyer. So we are back to 5-on-5. Icing will be waved off. Baxter can play it along for St. John. Puck comes over to Lucas Wasway. That one got sent back down the length of the ice. Icing will be called on the Bradford Rattlers with 15 minutes to go in the third period. Again, run time. So the play has stopped, but the clock, I'm sure, I don't know if you can see it on your screens right here, but you can definitely see that clock counting down. St. John can back end that pass over to Skripnik's way. Baxter fan on the first one, and he'll get over to Waugh. Lucas Waugh couldn't quite skate up over to that pass, so taking that one along is Fedor Stuka. Christopher Kirkmeyer popped that one up in the air, left it for Baxter. He can sweep it across to Kirkmeyer's way. Getting it to it first was Reeves, who can get it back in for the Shield. 14 minutes to go in the third period. 9-3 for the Bradford Rattlers. Ballum can shoot it from the neutral zone on goal to the netminder number 33, Yaroslav Charbonneau, who's back in the net here tonight for the Shield. Yaroslav Charbonneau, goaltender native of Moldova. Mentioned the third period, quite a interesting country matchup for the netminders here tonight. For the Rattlers, Oliver Ballas is from Hungary. Yaroslav Charbonneau is from Moldova. We got a Spaniard on the team. Abraham Palma, number 15 in white. He is also on the ice right now. We got some Spaniards. We got Latvians. We got a German here. We got a guy from Slovakia. As another goal for the Bradford Rattlers. They connect for their 10th spot. There is no typo, there is no mistake. What you are reading on your screen is 100% correct. The Rattlers have scored 10 goals here tonight and now lead 10-3. Jesper Eriksson getting his name on the goal scoring sheet here. I believe that is his second of the contest. A 3-on-2 for the Rattlers, however, and Levitsky was calling for it in the high slot and miles away as two 14s battle down low into the corner boards. Levitsky trying to peel it back around for Burns, but that one was intercepted, kept alive by Jacob Bundy, and he can skate it in. Colton Kozma from center for the Shield got it down low as Levitsky lost it in his skates, picking it back up to Burns. Burns can go DDD back down low to Baxter. Baxter, an aerial lift. Try to find number 14, Steven Levitsky on that pass. Just couldn't quite do so. William Daniel Burns, a nice forechecking ability, able to force that turnover. Musi back down low for Burns. A backhander shot kicked away by Charbonneau. Burns can backhand it to St. John. Kept alive. No, they're going to say the puck did come out of the zone. And touching it up is Musi, offside of the Rattlers. Finn Musi having himself a solid night. This whole line of Finn Musi, Steven Levitsky, and William Daniel Burns have, I would like to say, were the most standout line for the Bradford Rattlers here tonight. Most of the goals coming off of that line, and also the first line with Kirkmeyer, Rodin, and Jesper Eriksson, of course. Those are the three who started tonight's contest. Dodmer, Eriksson, and Rodin have been a very effective first-line unit for David Mooney's Bradford Rattlers, who we spoke to early in the first intermission of tonight's contest, as Leo Kalujek can make a rink-wide pass for, that is Wachowski. Wachowski can spear fork that one back behind the cage, as Leo Kalujek can skate by that pass, and that'll allow the Shield to come up on a 2-on-1 with St. John trailing. Tom's Breeks makes a pretty move to beat the netminder. Oliver Bala is up high on the glove side to make it 10-4. So 10 minutes to go in the third period. One thing you can give South Muskoka a little bit of credit for is that, yeah, mostly during the whole duration of the contest they've been down by a very big margin, but the Shield always they come back. They find their way, they find their footing. It may not be pretty and it may not be right away, but eventually the Shield do kind of pick up their feet a little bit. They pick up their stride, and what Joe Todd used to tell me a long time ago when I was his color commentating partner, if you remember those days. Joe Todd would always stress the importance of just getting shots through on goal and just kind of shooting from everywhere, and also just playing the right way. And that's one thing that the Bradford Rattlers have done really since their existence, or ever since I have come along to this Bradford Rattler team. That was their slogan for 1 year, just play the right way. And that's what these boys just love to do. They just play the right way. And it starts from the top. General manager Sean Worth has gone out every single year and just built himself a very good team, a very competitive team, and especially a team that can challenge for the Russell Cup moving forward. That's what the Rattlers are hoping for this year. Haven't been to the finals since 2013. That was the last time the Rattlers won the Russell Cup championship. Again, that was the perfect 42-0 record season for the Bradford Rattlers. One of the more noticeable players for South Muskoka. It's been a relatively bad night for all of them, but number 27, Braden Mitchell, who you just heard him slap his stick on the ice. He wants that puck, but he can see that puck going by everybody. Icing will be waved off. Rattlers are shorthanded for another minute 20. But yeah, Braden Mitchell, the Brampton, Ontario native, in my opinion, the player of the game for the South Muskoka Shield. You can throw him in there or Yaroslav Chobano, as all the goals that have beaten him here tonight, you can't really fault him. It's just team defense in front of him hasn't really been there. Haven't really tested Ballas that much. They do have 4 goals to show for it, however. But even then, compared to what the Rattlers have been doing here tonight, the Shield just really haven't had much pep on their step. They don't have much dip on their chip, if you know what I mean. Blue line pass. Breeks, get it over to Junior. The German native can see that pass get away from Baxter, and he can retake it. Dreyer, sharp angle shot. It pops way up in the air and rolls over top of the cage. Mitchell has to hurry over that pass. It's broken up by Rodin. A stretch pass for Eriksson. Jesper Eriksson, a toe drag move. Having none of that was Tom's Breeks, the Riga Latvian native. Eriksson picks it up with Kirchmeier offering support, coming back into the corner battle. Puck escapes from everyone there, and a race after it as Kirchmeier can hit his man to the boards. Braden Mitchell out there as well. Outlet pass finding Van Dowdy, the North Bay native. Had that intercepted. Pavel Rodskov picks it and starts back over for the Rattlers. Pavel Rodskov can make a snap pass to McCarthy. McCarthy holds to the back and looking to get it to the net mouth. Couldn't find anyone in a Rattler uniform there. In their new white uniforms, I should add as well. Pavel Rodskov stopped on a dime, played it away, and a check from behind in front there by number 17 on the South Muskoka Shield. That was Isaac Locker hitting Pavel Rodskov right from behind, and that's never a good play. The most dangerous play in hockey we just witnessed, a hit from behind. And of course, if you're a player, if you're Pavel Rodskov in that situation, you know that your back is turned to the play. They understand the dangerous area that you can present yourself in that situation. However, you never expect to get hit from behind, so And if you play hockey and if you've been hit behind before, you know impact will be coming. But it catches you off guard. It's just not good, people. Just don't hit anyone from behind. That's moral of the story. That's the summary of Nick's little TED Talk here. Just don't hit people from behind. Simple as. We do understand hockey plays do happen where instances like that happen accidentally. Pavel Rodskov, power play has 1:12 to go. His shot gloved down by Chebanow. We've approached 5 minutes to go in this contest of running time. Witkowski off the faceoff tie-up can play it to the blue line away from Baxter, and you can see the netminder Ballatz out of his cage to make a rink-wide pass to Palma. Witkowski lost his stick, went back after it, and hit his man. One thing you'll notice about Adam Witkowski, he's always finishing his checks. Adam Witkowski's the type of player that will never take a step back. Adam Witkowski is always looking to finish his checks, hit anything that moves, and always moving his feet. You'll always see Witkowski buzzing around in some way, shape, or form. Leo Kalujek, he snapped a nice pass right to the stick of Kirk Meyer. Kirk Meyer looking for Abraham Palma, couldn't quite connect on that pass, and so Ballas out of its cage and indirect to Baxter, couldn't quite get him. Possession back to the Bradford Rattlers. We're back to 5-on-5. The Shield have killed off that penalty. Baxter didn't get all of that clearing attempt that he wanted. Able to glove it back down and lose it and take it for Julian McCarthy, but they're going to signal it on a hand pass with 3:34 to go, yes. In the third period, I was waiting for the clock to say 3:34. We are doing run time, so the clock is running down for the duration of this third period. If you're thinking, wow, that's been a quick third period, it's because you're right. It's because you're right, because it's 20 minutes exactly with the runtime, and that's the way they're doing it. I believe, not the game, I'm sure the last game against Bancroft was runtime from just the score. I just kind of thought I wasn't at the game, but I know the game against Ville Marie, the last home game I was here for, they did do runtime for the third period, and it was surprising. It was against Ville Marie. Ville Marie, come on, you're supposed to be a thorn in the side of the Bradford Rattlers. Completely different feel by these Bradford Rattlers in the home opener, especially against West Nipissing. The Rattlers take themselves a slashing penalty. As really feeling that slash. I believe that is number 91. That is Dennis Streer, the German native. Lucas Waugh will sit 2 minutes for slashing. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go remaining in regulation time. It is a 10-4 lead for the Bradford Rattlers again here tonight. Puck gets scooped up right up in the air. A lot of spectators threw that puck, almost landed in the stands, and none of them had their head up and none of them knew what was happening. That could have been bad. Shot from the line was deflected in front by Reeves in front of the net. He is surrounded by Ryan St. John. Those two are in a pretty good battle in front of Oliver Ballas, the netminder for the Rattlers. St. John in the corner, try to clear it, can't do so. Reeves lost it to Mitchell. Mitchell on it. Net's come way off on a wraparound bid, and I'm not sure if that one would have went in if the net was still on its pegs. I guess we'll never know. Another quick shout out for everyone back home. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's contest. Wherever you are taking in this Rattlers and Shield GMHL matchup, we thank you, and we hope that it's been, I'll say, entertaining. I'll use that word. Hopefully it's been entertaining for all you guys. Oh, look out, Baxter just took a headshot. Oh boy, look out. That was intentional too. That was, he knew what he was doing there. And you can hear the heckling from some of the fans here at the BWG With the injury to Tyler Baxter on the ice, the time is still winding down as the Bradford Rattlers will win this contest by a final score of 10-4, but an injured player on the ice. It's Tyler Baxter. You hear the horn. The game has concluded. Not much celebration going on, as not much noise at all, as some players from South Muskoka want to have a few more words with some of the players from the Bradford Rattlers, with Tyler Baxter still on the ice. And looking at the replay, it didn't even look like much. And how about the South Muskoka Shield here tonight, folks? They are taking a knee, waiting in front of their bench for Tyler Baxter, and that's just tremendous sportsmanship shown by the South Muskoka Shield to wait for the injured player Tyler Baxter. And I believe it was a headshot. It could have been it was kind of like a flyby. Both players kind of just like skated by each other. I believe Baxter was the last one to have the puck. He just kind of dumped it into the corner, I do believe. And I guess I can try to look at the replay again for you guys and kind of maybe I wish I could show you guys the replay, but unfortunately we don't have that kind of technical ability, I guess you could call it. So yeah, it's Baxter was in a battle towards the neutral zone area, right where he is currently laying down, and the player which hit Baxter, not exactly sure exactly who it was, but he came up from behind Tyler Baxter, and looks like he got a shoulder or an elbow, maybe. I'm just trying to find out like where exactly Baxter got hit. It looks like the impact was at the, I want to say, the right side of his head towards the back of his neck. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna put the clock on the camera on the scoreboard for you guys right now. Tyler Baxter still laying on the ice right now. Both training staffs for both teams, the Rattlers and the Shield, are now out on the ice right now. Devin Rapley for the Bradford Rattlers. And it looks like that is Ann Green out for the South Muskoka Shield. Pardon me, I was just trying to get the personnel names out there. And again, how about South Muskoka all hanging out on one knee, waiting for Tyler Baxter? The one thing that the Shield want to do is get out of Bradford. They want nothing to do with this city right now after losing 10-4 to the Bradford Rattlers, but they are still hanging around to show respect for the injured player. Again, it's Tyler Baxter who's down on the ice, and it was a shoulder, it was an elbow, something to the side, and also the back of his head for Tyler Baxter. It looks like all the players will be heading to the respective benches just to allow the training staff for the Shield and the Rattlers to look over Tyler Baxter. And it looks like Tyler Baxter is getting up on his, well, slowly. Tremendous work by Ann Green, head trainer, performance coach for the South Muskoka Shield, on her back to look up Tyler Baxter right now, trying to do all they can. And of course for the Bradford Rattlers, that is Devin Rapley, head trainer for the Bradford Rattlers. And again, Rattlers do win tonight 10-4. Check that. And yeah, folks, there's not really much more I can say. There's not really much more I can tell you. I've pretty much given you the rundown. The only thing I can really do right now is just kind of fill in the quiet air. Try to be as respectful as you can to the injured player, Tyler Baxter. As David Rapley and Ann Green are working very hard on Tyler Baxter right now. And unfortunately, at the moment, that's all we can really give you right now, and it looks like they're going to try to take Baxter's helmet off. Devin Rapley holding Pardon me, Devin Rapley had his hand over the head of Tyler Baxter, and it looks like Tyler Baxter is now, he's conscious, that's a good thing, absolutely, and he's currently on his knees right now, talking over with Ann Green again. That is the head trainer and performance coach for the South Muskoka Shield, working on Tyler Baxter. Again, folks, it's gone silent here at the BWG. You can hear a pin drop in this arena. It has gone quiet. Everyone showing worry. Everyone showing concern. And more importantly, everyone showing respect to Tyler Baxter right now, who is on his knees right now, sitting upright on his knees. It looks like they're going to sit Tyler Baxter back down. It looks like they're gonna. Tyler Baxter's currently laying on. They're gonna need to get a stretcher or an ambulance or something out here for Tyler Baxter. This is. It's not good. Referee is signaling both teams to exit the ice surface, and oh boy. Some people in the comments wanted to see what was going on. Out of respect to Tyler, we do not want to show too much. He is currently on his stomach, laying on the ice. Both teams have exited the ice surface, and we will do the same. For Nick Stella and the Bradford Rattlers organization, we bid you all a good hockey night. For now, and we are all hoping for Tyler Baxter to be well, and we hope to see him and all you guys next Sunday for the next contest.